So the purpose of this video is to remove the gauge cluster and replace all the bulbs with brand new blue LED bulbs like this one here. That's the goal. Wish me luck. So the first thing you want to do when you're going to remove your gauge cluster, to take the dash face off, there's these two holes right here that each has a bolt in them. Your dash face won't come off unless you take those two bolts out. So do that first thing. Those two right there, right at the top of your gauge cluster, underneath the dash. So I'm making a video of how to get the gauge cluster out of a 1996 Buick Roadmaster. This is the panel from below the steering column that I removed. It just pulls off. And I'll show you something else. You can see that little gear selector cable there. It's just clipped on, I think. So I'm going to take a screwdriver and try to unclip it eventually. But first I'm going to take the dash panel off, which shouldn't be too hard. To do that, you'll have to pull this out, tilt your steering wheel all the way down, turn on the key and put it in first gear. And you might want to make sure that you might want to make sure that you got some blocks under your tires in case it rolls a little bit if you're on a slope. And that little piece right there, it has to come off too. And open the glove compartment and start pulling the dash face off from this side is probably the best, and just start slowly working your way over this way, and be careful or you might break it. These things are brittle after all the years. Okay, I'll keep you posted. Okay, so we're gonna remove this panel. It should just pull off, just like, hopefully like nothing. There, that wasn't too bad. Had to yank a little bit on it. Now this. Open the glove compartment. Okay, this is gonna be a little operation by the looks of it. Anywho, once I start getting it pulled off, I'll start taking video again. So I'm just starting to pull it off. Seems to be coming off not too bad, as you can see. I'll just keep working it and I'll get back to you. can see, it's starting to come off. It's kind of hard to hold the camera and yank on this at the same time because I don't want to break it. So I'm going to take a break and I'll get back to you. But it should just pull off without any problems, hopefully. As you can see, it's already loose over here. And this little edge here might be tucked underneath the blue part, so you'll have to watch for that. You'll have to get it untucked from the blue part when you're pulling out the dash face. There we go. It's pretty much all loose here now. And she's coming out. Stand by. So this is what the dash looks without the dash face on it. And you can see the gear selector cable right there. Goes down, and there's where it's clipped on to the underside of the steering column. So next I'm going to try and unclip that. Hopefully that's not too bad. I'm going to start digging in there and see if I can get that clip off. Oh yeah, it's coming off. There, it's off just like that, easy peasy. Awesome, I was worried about that. And to get it back on, I might have to take this black steel plate off. It's got 4 bolts. I already took one off. We'll see how that goes. And to get the gauge cluster out, it looks like there's a bolt there that's got to come out. And a bolt there. And a bolt there. Not sure yet, but we'll see which ones need to come out. And there's one right there too. We'll see. Alright, I'll get back to you. Okay, let's get this gauge cluster out of here. There's a bolt there. And there's a bolt there. And on the other side, there's a bolt there. And on the bottom, where's it? Right there, there's another bolt there. So there's 4 bolts, and it should come out. And there might be some wires on the other side that I have to unclip. We'll see. I'm going to take the 4 bolts out, and then we'll see what's going on. Okay, that just popped right out of there. No problem at all. Just tilt it out from the bottom and then pull it out. And looks like there's these 2 places where the cables plug into there. They just come out by themselves, so hopefully when I put it back in, it goes in easy. And I needed a 7 mil socket to get those gauge cluster bolts out. Wish me luck. I'm going to try and switch out these bulbs now. And this is the gauge cluster. Right there. She's out. I think I'll take it in the house and try and switch the bulbs. Okay, just putting these LEDs together. You got this piece here, and you just take this and you stick it in there and push it in all the way, and it's good to go. And then you just take your pliers and counterclockwise pull the old red ones out and put the new ones in. Put it in and twist clockwise and you're good. And I'm going to do that with the rest of them, and then we'll put it in and see if it works.